This week on Inside Houston Real Estate, folks, we have some serious wow factor. We're gonna tour a beautiful contemporary modern home built by a developer we have actually been following for the last year. And I gotta tell you, it was worth the wait because he has absolutely knocked it out of the park with this build. He has built one heck of a house and we can't wait to take you inside and show it to you. So let's go. Before we take you inside, let's talk about the exterior of this beautiful home. So the first thing I'd like to point out is the steel and glass garage door. The windows are tinted very dark so you can't see in, but you can see out from the inside. I love the fluted wood that wraps around the garage door. And there's a lot of beautiful lighting on this house. So you have uplighting here that illuminates the street number on the house. And Morgan, if you pan up, you can see all of the downlighting coming down as well. I love these linear lights that bookend the large picture window here in the middle, which also has that fluted wood paneling going around it. This is just beautiful. The dark window frames and the contrast of that against the white, chef's kiss. All right, so let's go inside. Let's point out also on either side here, you have uplighting illuminating the entryway. You have downlighting coming down as well. But Morgan, I have to tell you, this is the first time on the channel I've seen a door like this. I can touch 8 feet, so I have to say this is about a 14-foot high, master crafted wrought iron door. This is absolutely amazing. Look at this. It's a pivot door to add to that as well.
That door is so big.
I mean, I've never seen a door this big, especially on this channel. So step inside to the foyer. Look at the size of this. Beautifully done. And then you have on either side, you have these long linear windows allowing some natural light to come in. You have windows up above. And Morgan, if you pan up, just imagine the chandelier that you can hang right here in the entryway. This house is beautifully done. So before we go any further, let me give you the specs. This house is 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, 5,426 square feet, and sits on a lot that's a little bit over 8,100 square feet and was recently listed on the market at $1,849,000. Before we go any further, I want to give a huge thank you to Bardia Sammy of Mazan Realty for allowing this tour to take place. His information will be found in the description below. So as long as we've been following this developer, we've noticed a generous use of lighting. So I'm going to point that out as we go through this build. So here to the right, look at the stairs, Morgan. The presentation of the lighting going up, beautiful.
I love when he adds this touch. Every single home, I think he's done the lighting on the stairs, and it's my absolute favorite. I think it's his signature now.
I really think you're right about that. But before we go upstairs, let's knock out this downstairs first floor, because this, as far as the finishes, the design, the touches, is exceptional. Also, look at the lighting here. These are areas where most developers and builders do not add lighting. So the detail in this home is absolutely amazing. And I want to point out some little things. You know, I get a little crazy with my pointing out the details, but folks, look at these baseboards, the design, and then you also have this additional trim piece that wraps around. These are touches that really make a house high end. Now, over here to the side of the stairs, you can do whatever you want with this area, but it's a nice space there. And Morgan, follow me this way, because on this first floor, you have a beautiful office / study. And I do want to point out, you have a pocket door entry, and look at the fluted wood.
Gorgeous.
This is just beautiful. And I love the hardware here. So I'll let you step inside. And I want to point out all of the trim that was done in here. Look at this. Outlet here if you want to put a TV on the wall. You have this trim that just kind of continues and frames all these different areas of the room. So not only do you have a nice framed picture here, but you have this border of trim wrapping around it, so it really highlights the picture. And Morgan, I also love the fact when developers and builders do these double windows here, because a lot of times you only see one window facing the front. So this allows for that natural light to come in. Also take a look at the contrast where he painted inside the window here with white, so it really bounces off of the dark paint. And here again, you can see the trim wrapping around, framing these two pictures here, as well as these two over here. This is beautifully done.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then also want to point out that you have 10 foot, it's probably 9.5, 10 feet right here, entryway into the study. Now moving along, here is our formal dining room. You have a nice oval table, seating for 8, but what I really want to talk about here is this background presentation here of this wall. I don't think we've seen anything like this on the channel.
I don't think so either.
I mean, look at this, folks. So you have the glass shelves. You have this, I believe it's a porcelain wall. You have the LED lighting inside and wrapping around the shelves, and then the LED lighting behind this porcelain wall. I mean, they just thought of everything here. You have another window on this side. So once again, allowing another natural light to come in, and a window as well on this side. And once again, it's the little touches. This could just come straight out, but you can see the detail here inside the windowsill. I love it. All right, Morgan, flipping the camera around to this side, you have your wet bar area here, just adjacent the formal dining. You have wine storage for 20 bottles on this side and 20 bottles on the other side. And look at this beautiful tile here behind the sink. And then you have these beautiful drawers here. Obviously, soft close on the left side, and you have a mirrored version of it on the right side. Man, this is nice. What are your thoughts of this so far?
You already know where my head is at. I love this room.
Folks, I have to tell you, if I were looking to buy a home right now, this would be one of the top contenders. It really would be. I love the build. I love the contemporary and modern feel of this house, the lighting, and all of the light and dark contrast you're gonna see as we go through this home. All right, you also have, Morgan, if you point up to the ceiling, you have your linear vents for your air conditioning and your heat, as opposed to those square, vents that are so old fashioned. When you have a home like this, you have to go with linear vents. Tons of lighting. I also noticed that there are outlets up top if you're going to do some type of surround sound. All right, you step across through this area, you take us inside of this beautiful, great room. And just like you have in the dining area, we've done something similar here in the family room. So you have this beautiful fluted wood at the bottom. And folks, I do want to point out that there are outlets down there as well. You have that LED lighting highlighting the glass shelves and any type of art and collectibles, vases that you're going to put there. And you have to absolutely love this wall. They really thought of everything with this build, because not only do you have this marble wall here surrounding the fireplace, but instead of just having one piece of marble, they broke it up and went with this two-tone with this other tile here. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then continue on this side, more glass shells with the LED lighting. I also want to point out that the fluted wood is not just at the bottom, it's also at the top of these glass shelves, and another window in the corner. Now look at the size of the great room, Morgan. I'm gonna let you stay there. I'm gonna come around the other side here. But you have 2 large sofas here, chairs, beautiful coffee table in the middle. The size in this room, once again, folks, this house is 5,426 square feet, but there is absolutely no dead space here. This is very well thought out. And before we make it into the kitchen, which we have a surprise for you in the kitchen, you have 6 panels of doors here that open up. And Morgan, take a look at the detail. So there's a little oval handle here. You literally have to push at the top, it pops the handle out. And as you can see, these will go all the way back. And this allows you to bring the inside out and the outside in. So while we're out here, we might as well look at this rear covered patio. Over here to my left, you have a setup for pre-plumb for a sink, a drain, hot and cold water, a gas line. So if you want to do an outdoor kitchen, perfect location to do that. Look at the paneling on the ceiling up above. You have 2 really nice, cool ceiling fans. And this is very long. So you have plenty of room to get some furniture out here. And then obviously these doors on this side open up as well. And take a look at the backyard. It's not huge. Like I said, it's a little over 8,100 square feet, this lot. But you probably can get a pool back here if you wanted to have some type of water. But these trees that they've planted in the backyard, those are gonna grow. So this is gonna be really enveloped and very private back here once the growth takes place. So let's go back inside. Now, Morgan, this kitchen is superb.
It's gorgeous.
It really is. Like I said, folks, in the beginning, they knocked it out the park with this one. So take a look at this waterfall edge island, quartz counter, and then underneath, I'll just open this up. You do have cabinet space running underneath, so plenty of storage. And the color scheme in here is really nice. Like the dark, the light, the dark, the light. I absolutely love it. Before we step around that side of the island, look at the size of this thermodor refrigerator and freezer with the wine storage in the middle. Morgan, I'm gonna open this up because this is definitely one of the largest combinations we've seen on the channel. Look at the size of this.
I mean, this looks like a fridge you see in restaurants. You know? Like,
I know,
what
right?
What are you talking about here?
You have your wine storage in the middle. This is, it's really nice. All right, and all of the cabinets up above. You have your thermodor oven and microwave here, and everything fits nice and flush. This is just a beautiful presentation. Now step into the island side of the kitchen. Let's take a look at these glass cabinets. It's a smoked glass with the LED lighting on the inside. So folks, if you had some nice stemware dishes and you want to feature them in here, you could definitely do that. You have under cabinet lighting, full backsplash. I love the quartz countertops. Morgan, the drawers are beautiful, soft close. And look at this thermodor 6-burner cooktop with the griddle. I love how they framed the vent hood. This is exceptional.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
I'm really quite
impressed.
I'm finding my words to be a little.
You're taken back?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, so let's talk about the sink. Now you can go to these different type of kitchen stores and you can get all of these little extra features here, but I want to lift this up just for a second so you can see how large this sink is. I'll let you film down there. So it's a very long basin sink, and it's just really nicely done. The choice of hardware is beautiful as well. Morgan, look at the pendant lights. We haven't seen pendant lights like this on the channel. And now a lot of builders would simply hang those from the ceiling. But if you point up, you can see they did these fluted wood panels, if you will, for the pendant lights to hang from. What a great design touch.
Absolutely.
Yep. And then here is your trash pullout here. Tons of cabinet space.
You even have outlets underneath the cabinets.
Right, underneath the cabinets. So it really keeps that nice clean look here, so nothing's plugging in directly on the wall behind you. I mean, what more would you need in this kitchen?
A chef.
A chef. But you know what you do need, folks? Because this kitchen is what's known as your clean kitchen. We have to show you the dirty kitchen. So Morgan, let's go from that side over here. And this kitchen is where if you're catering, you have a chef coming, you even have a pocket door that can close this area off, and then you have to love the fluted wood door here. So you can close that off, food and whatever can be prepared back here. Continue with the same countertops, the same backsplash, the same wall color, more windows, tons of space in here. Morgan, this is what you see in a lot of homes, just this refrigerator.
Right.
So this is in your dirty kitchen. You have shelving right here, more countertop space, and look at these drawers here. Obviously soft close, and then check this out. You have a GE monogram cooktop here, beautiful down lighting. I love the vent hood. This is the same color cabinetry that is in the kitchen. And notice they also put it here above the refrigerator. They did not miss one single beat in this house, I tell you. Another sink here, a dishwasher, more shelving, double oven. So between the oven and the microwave out there, 2 more ovens here, so you have 3 ovens, more cabinet space, more windows. This is just amazing. And then, like I said, if you want to really close this area off, you can do this on both sides with these really large pocket doors. I'm not sure what the ceiling height is in here, but I think these are 12-foot high ceilings based on where I can touch. So this is the first time on this channel, folks, that we've seen a home with 2 kitchens, a clean kitchen and a dirty kitchen.
And I gotta tell you, I love his use of texture. There's so many different textures, from the backsplash to the cabinetry, the island. Everything has its own texture, and it's really just beautifully done.
Yeah, I think you've said before in the channel that everything comes together so cohesively.
Yes.
And it really does. It just blends in perfectly. All right, so before we take you up to the second floor, I do want to point out the wide plank wood floors here. This is just beautiful, and this is throughout. I also had already pointed out the baseboards, which you can see they wrap all the way around. Now, also here on the first floor, take a look at this, Morgan. And I want to point this out because the doors are not just your plain flat doors. They have a design element to them. So those are beautiful in their own regard. But take a look at this fluted wood wall and the way that they laid the mirror pattern here with the LED lighting behind.
Is that not the coolest?
That is absolutely the coolest. And we haven't seen anything like that on the channel before. All right, now I'm gonna let you go inside. And this is the powder room. And once again, as Morgan was talking about the textures and the finishes, I wanna point out the wall. I mean, how often do you see something like this? Never. We've never seen on the channel. So you have your commode here, but look at the beautiful tile here. And this has a feeling of a fluted tile here, and the LED lighting inlaid. This is gorgeous.
I mean,
you're really at a loss for words.
this is a powder bathroom.
This is a powder bathroom, exactly.
What are we talking about here?
And you have the mirror on this side with the same tile, the inlaid LED lighting, the beautiful floating sink here. Love the hardware. And you also have to take a look at the fact that the tile on the ground, inset with the wood trim going around, This tile is the same tile that is here. It's the little details, folks. And there's a reason why this house is $1,849,000, which I think is a great value compared to some of the other homes we've seen on this channel that are north of $2 million. All right, so let's take a look at the garage, because now they did the epoxy flooring here, which is nice. And folks, disregard the boxes. This is a new build, so you're gonna see some things, but it's a 3-car garage, with this side being the tandem side, so you can pull 2 cars in back to back. And this is pretty deep. And you have the storage lip right here in the back. So bicycles, what have you, can go there. But when we were on the outside of the house, looking in, you could not see into the garage, but as you can see out to the street from inside to the garage because of the type of tint that is on the windows. This is beautiful. All right, let's go back inside. All right, so that concludes the tour of the first floor. We're gonna take you up to the second floor. The primary bedroom and bathroom is absolutely gorgeous, and these are truly the largest secondary bedrooms in true walk-in closets in the secondary bedrooms that we've seen on this channel. So let's take our viewers upstairs.
So I'm gonna show you guys the 3 secondary bedrooms, and then we will finish with the primary bedroom. It's absolutely gorgeous. We can't wait to show you, but let's make our way into 1 out of the 3 secondary bedrooms first. And we are just coming right off the stairwell. So as we make our way into this, it's really spacious. What do you think?
It's definitely not just this one, but the other 2 secondary bedrooms are quite large as well. And quite frankly, we've seen primary bedrooms in some of the smaller homes we've shot on this channel.
Yes.
That are maybe not even this size. So for a secondary bedroom, you could actually fit a king size bed in here.
Totally. So they did 2 corner windows here, mirroring what they did in the downstairs office, which I really love that. But my favorite part about this bedroom, other than the size, is the bathroom and the closet. So before we make our way, it is behind a pocket door, and they also did the detailing on the door upstairs as well. So I thought that was a nice touch. But look at this bathroom. You have this beautiful marble flooring, gorgeous walk-in shower with this full tile surround, and I love the black. I love the black hardware they did. You have a handheld and then a shower head as well.
This is really nicely done. I mean, it's like you said, it's a full tile surround. That black hardware against the black tile.
Yeah, and then 2 little nooks for your, soaps and shampoo bottles, etc. So really nicely done. You do have an LED mirror, which to me, that is just a staple in the home now. Like, if it doesn't come with it and I'm spending $1 million, then what are we talking about?
For real.
But yeah, so we'll make our way into the closet. Again, this is also behind a pocket door, so you can block this off. If you do have, guests or whatever, you just want to block this off. I thought that's a nice touch. But look at this closet size.
I mean, this is like, crazy. We've been filming a lot of these high-rise apartments, and some of them, their primary closets aren't this large.
At all.
Yeah. Now, granted, we're in a nearly $2 million house, but this is very large closet for a secondary bedroom.
Yeah, and you have a large picture window here. I love that they carried the same flooring throughout the closet. So these are things we haven't seen before, and This is why we like to make notes of these things, guys.
Right.
All right.
Let's move on to the other bedrooms.
So we will cut across this hallway.
And you know, Morgan, we pause here. I believe I mentioned this when we came up the stairs, but you can really see it now as you have these large picture windows there facing the house. And then the box that they did on the ceiling with the 6 LED lights hanging down as opposed to just having the lights in the ceiling. That's another wonderful design touch.
That is. So it's, if you wanted to do a chandelier, you could, but it's totally not needed. And then you would just do your chandelier here.
Right, absolutely. Hanging down in the foyer.
Yeah.
And that's a cool touch as well because, folks, you can see how high we are now. This has to be probably 24 feet high ceilings at least.
It's huge.
All right.
All right. So we'll make our way into secondary bedroom number 2. And this one is, I mean, this, to me, I'm sorry, this closet is just crazy to me for a secondary bedroom. Again, they did the pocket door. You do have a little hook here so you can, you know, easily pull it out. But come and walk in this closet. This is huge.
This is crazy. And you know what's nice about this is they have the top racks. So folks, you know, in the future, if you wanted to do pull downs up there, you could, but for a secondary bedroom, you gotta be kidding me. And look at that, Morgan. You have built-in drawers.
Yeah.
I mean, this is nice.
Really nicely done. And then even just the layout, you know, you walk in and you're immediately greeted by the closet. But then as you walk in, look how spacious this one is.
You know, walk to the window so everybody can get an idea of how large this room is.
And I'm 5'3", guys, so I'm tiny, but.
You're looking really small over there by the window.
I bet I do. But yeah, this is, I mean, beautifully done. Again, you have some nice picture windows here. So if you wanted to do your bed here, I guess this is maybe how I might do it, or I would do my bed on this side of the wall. And maybe you do your TV here or whatever, but.
Yeah, I would do the TV
your TV
there.
here, sorry. But
you know what? Whoever buys this house, it's their slate.
True.
Have it your way.
Have it your way. All right, so we'll make our way into this
Yep, another
bathroom.
pocket door coming in, so we saw that.
Yep.
Look at the size of the bathroom though.
LED mirror, tons of space. Like, I'm just impressed with the size of this. And I love that they did another walk-in shower. Of course, this one is a different design, but I love that they took the black and it scales all the way up. So that's pretty cool.
You know,
leading you to your shower.
You literally took the words out of my mouth, because how often do we see just the same color tile surrounding the entire shower area?
Yeah.
So once again, the design touches are just exceptionally done. So what do we have? We have one more secondary bedroom.
We have one more secondary, and then we will make our way to the primary. Let us know what you guys are thinking. We want to know what your thoughts are, because we love this home, but we want to know if you guys like it just as much.
Yeah, this is, please let us know your comments and your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes. So this is bedroom number 3. And this one is different too. It's very spacious, but look at the windows. I love the detail. They broke it up. So, you know, it's different, but it's fun and unique.
There's nothing about this house that's cookie cutter.
At all.
You know, every room has its own uniqueness about it. Now this one, it's obviously the windows, you know, but they did 4 of them there, which is just a nice design touch. This room is gigantic.
It is. I tell you, me and Summer, that's my sister. We would be fighting over which rooms we would have when we were younger, guys, so.
You wouldn't have to do that in this house.
No, you wouldn't.
At least I hope not.
Nice size walk-in closet. This one isn't as large as the previous ones that we did see, but this is still just enough space, honestly. I mean, how much space do you need for a secondary bedroom? You know, they did drawers, and then you even have shelving so you could do your handbags or your shoes.
Yeah, this is nice.
And then in this one, as you can see, instead of a walk-in shower, this one does have a tub and shower head.
And then the tile that they did there, instead of one color tile, it's basically two-tone.
Yeah, and even the lining, if you really get close into it, you can see that they did a black lining and then they did a white lining to give it some contrast.
Right, as far as the grout lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice.
All right, so we'll make our way to the primary. Well, before we'll stop at the laundry room, but really excited to take you guys into the primary bedroom. So we just saw the 3 secondary bedrooms. I want to talk about this space here because this is like your landing space, but again, you have tons of space here. They did furniture, they included a rug. I mean, of course this is staged, but just to show you guys what you could do with this space here. You know, maybe you put chairs or a chase here, you know, if you want to read a book here.
You know, I'll tell you, and it might be a little narrow, but where that picture is hanging, you could even hang a flat screen there and put up more of a narrow sofa up here.
Yeah.
And still have room to walk through to the primary.
Absolutely. And this is our beautiful laundry room. You have shelving and cabinetry. They even included a sink. I love the black marble tile flooring. And then even this raised countertop, so where you would put your washer and dryer here, but this raised countertop is nice because then you can fold your laundry here or, you know, use this as some storage.
Yeah, no, that's nice. And we've seen that on the channel before, but that to me is something that should just be an included feature in all homes,
a standard,
especially a custom home like this.
Absolutely. Welcome to the primary suite.
Oh my God.
All right, no, just kidding, guys. Welcome to the primary suite. Finally made our way here. Wow.
Wow is right. I mean,
right? This bedroom is awesome. I love the wood paneling to give it some drama around the headboard where you'll place your bed. You do have a dry bar as you come over this way with a beverage refrigerator, some cabinetry right there. So, I mean, you imagine just, you know, you come home after a long day or even just being at your own home and really enjoying your $2 million home. This is what this is about. You know, this should be your sanctuary. This should be where your peace is. So, I really love this.
You know what's incredible? And when we first entered the room and you're just standing here and you're looking, the bed almost feels like it's in its own little room within the bedroom.
Right.
Because the way it's framed by the wood paneling on the headboard wall, and then obviously above the bed, it really truly defines the space. This is a touch that we have not seen on the channel before.
No, and even the 6 lights that the linear lights that they did to, you know,
illuminate the space.
I mean, even if you wanted to turn your main lights off and just leave those ones on.
Right.
That's a really cool feature to have.
And you know, I also want to point out before you move along is the ceiling fan. It's a pretty cool looking ceiling fan.
It is. It's almost like ribbons, kind of.
Yeah,
right?
And you're right.
Pretty
like
cool.
It should be on top of a Christmas gift.
Yes. This, folks, here is obviously where you would probably either play some art or your TV here. I like that they already included some cabinetry here. So, and these actually flip up rather than
wow, that's
pull
cool.
out. So that's a pretty cool feature. I love the lacquer finish that they did and the gray wall paint. These picture windows, huge.
You know, it's interesting because I'm standing here and like you said, you have 2 picture windows there, but as you are going to go to your right, there's a 3rd window over there, which actually opens. So you want to let some fresh air in, you can do that here in the bedroom.
Absolutely. And this
There's a handle right down below.
very nice.
Yeah.
So, let us know what you guys think. I love this bedroom. I think it's a great size. I think it's perfect for the size of this home. I don't think they really left any errors out. I think it's pretty spacious enough. And I love the separation. So now we'll make our way into the primary bathroom. And here they staged it so they have a chase here, which is another nice place to just hang out if you want to read a book, or maybe you're putting your shoes on, before you walk out the door here. So
it's good. And you made a good point. There's separation here. Usually there's not going to be a wall here in the homes we've seen. You just have one open room that leads into the bathroom. So having this little bit of separation is a really nice architectural feature.
Absolutely. You do have 2 pocket sliding doors. This one's a little sticky here, but 2 pocket sliding doors right here to really give you some drama as you make your way into this beautiful primary bath. You're immediately greeted with this soaking tub that has jets.
Wow.
So I don't think we've seen that yet. So just imagine how relaxing this must be after a long day of work or whatever you've had going on that day. But
listen, I gotta be a little funny, but there's jets all over that tub. It can hit you every place in your body.
Yeah, and it comes with a handheld too. So really nice, really cool. I love the 2 mirrors, the vanity mirrors. And they're huge. I love how big these vanity mirrors are. Normally, they don't go all the way up to the top, and I love that the developer did that. I also love the LED lighting.
And you know what, Morgan? Too bad you cannot smell how good this bathroom is on the video. So I am going to have to point this out, but he has these reed diffusers here. And this bathroom smells exceptional. It smells so good. I have to share this with you all. This is called Paper White plus Norelli from Pottery Barn, and it smells so incredibly good.
It does. And he had that, I don't know if it was the same scent, but in the powder bathroom downstairs.
Right.
It smelled like we were in Mexico at the resort that we like to go to.
Yeah, I'm going to Pottery Barn tonight.
Yeah. But yeah, let us know what you guys think. I think this bathroom is beautiful. I don't think they missed. And I love the separation. You have enough space from your partner, to get ready in the morning or at night. And, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, now you have to talk about the shower.
Yeah.
Because literally, as soon as we walked in, it's facing you dead in the eye like it's a picture frame there.
Yeah.
With that marble backsplash wall and the LED lights.
It's gorgeous. This is the wow factor. This is the wow factor throughout this home. There's tons of wow factors throughout this home, but this specifically in this bedroom and bathroom. But this shower is pretty big. I mean, again, I'm only 5'3", guys, but I've got some wingspan on me, so. But you have a huge rain head above. You've got handhelds on both sides, knobs on both sides. So this is awesome.
Yeah, it's
Spacious
really nice.
enough for 2 people, And you
know.
can go out, it's actually a car wash shower, so I can enter in through that way and exit out this way.
And you know what? I don't know if we pointed out, I'm sure people have seen the video, but you have what we've seen throughout the house is this LED lighting behind a lot of the marble areas or throughout the shelves that were down in the living area, in the kitchen, that really illuminate and give you that nice pop of light where you need it. It's just the little touches that are amazing in this house.
And I'll say Bardia, I believe he is the developer if I'm not mistaken, but he always adds a really nice touch with the LED lights throughout all of his houses. So I think that's his signature, Now we make our way into the primary closet.
Wow.
And I love it. I feel like I'm shopping at Saks Fifth Avenue. Okay, I'm in the dressing room. But
And you can see the touch of LED lighting here as well.
the LED lighting, you have a mirror here, you know, so you can see what you're looking at, what you're trying on. But behind the door,
Wow, so it's even LED lights inside.
inside,
And there's an outlet there.
yes.
So I don't know what you need that for, but whatever.
I love that they did some of so these open, right? So these would be where you put your dresses, your coats.
I feel like I'm on Let's Make a Deal. What's behind door number 1, door number 2, and door number 3?
I feel like I'm Vanna White. Okay. But
You have to strike the Vanna pose in
Yes.
here.
But, you know, I just love that they added some hidden elements. So, you know, you do have some cabinetry where you can see through and you can see your items, but I like how you can't see them behind these ones as well.
This is just a beautiful closet, and I want to point out as well that there is a long linear window up above, so you get some natural light. I also like the choice of the light fixture in here. And how many closets have we been in that do not have ample lighting in the closet?
Right.
So a lot of times, folks, you may see 2 lights, 3 lights, but here you have 6 lights in the ceiling. So this closet is very well illuminated. The built-in shelving, the built-in cabinetry. And Morgan, as I step around, you have another closet here
Yep.
with built-in
shelves.
cabinets, right?
Yeah, drawers.
Drawers, sorry. Yeah,
And
this
then
is
we didn't even talk about how big the island is.
right.
You have built-in drawers and cabinets, but then you have 2 benches on the side. So
Yeah, this is very well thought out.
yeah,
Folks, I definitely want to say if you have any interest in this home, you definitely need to reach out to Morgan and I so we can get you a private showing. This is truly one of the nicer builds that we've seen on the channel. We've shot homes as high as $4 million.
Yeah.
That home was exceptional, but this for $1,849,000, it is a very well designed home, and they really thought of everything, and it's in an area that is close, as I mentioned in the intro to the video, great shopping in Uptown Park. This is a neighborhood that you see a lot of homes that are similar to this, and there's some older homes that one of these days are going to be gone. So I think it's an area where you're going to probably see values continue to go up as some of the older homes are purchased and people put up newer homes like this.
absolutely.
Now, we always ask this question.
We do. Is it Melanie approved?
We're getting there.
Yeah.
I think we're getting there. So folks, we joke around a lot about my wife because she is like the ultimate clothes horse. And we have separate closets at home. Her closet is probably 10 times the size of mine. And we always say, could we share a closet? She doesn't want to share a closet, but I think this is a closet that for most folks, husband and wife, partner and partner, they can be accommodated with this one closet because it's that large.
I think you would have just this right here.
Right.
And
I'd have a quarter
Melanie
of it.
gets everything else.
Right. Wow.
But yeah, this is, I mean, yeah, I love it. Really beautifully done. No misses in my book.
All right. So I guess that wraps up the tour of this beautiful home. So that wraps up the latest episode of Inside Houston Real Estate. Folks, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this tour as much as we have. Please kindly consider subscribing. Definitely hit that like button, hit the bell so you get notified when we release new videos each and every week. And we would love to hear from you. So please leave a comment. Let us know what your favorite part about this house was. Once again, thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one.